continue. Let's get into this intro. What's up, my Finna Lefts? It's Miss Finna D coming to you all from Vienna Entertainment News. Now, let's talk about Phaedra and Apollo. Most of you are aware that Apollo's been in jail for a while. You already know why he went to jail. If you missed it, go ahead and watch all the videos I did when he came out. So, since you know the whole situation of him being out and then 9 days later he was back in jail, people kept mentioning Phaedra's name. Like, oh, and then you have people joking, oh, Phaedra called the police, Phaedra called the cops on him, and all of these different things. But long story short, Phaedra is breaking her silence about Apollo going back to jail. Not Apollo, but let's go ahead and read what she wrote. She said that when she saw that Apollo went back to jail, she was sad, okay, because it happened just before Father's Day. She said that there's a box of Father's Day cards, mugs, little plates, and things that the children made that she was going to send to him. And so my youngest son was like, so Daddy will be here for Father's Day. And I had to explain to him, no, he couldn't come anyway because he was in the halfway house transition home. Okay, but you know, they can't talk to him at all now because he's back in prison. All right. And Phaedra said she's not shocked at all. Apollo had been telling me that he was coming home early. I'm off the mindset. I'll believe it when I see it. And so when he called us on FaceTime and he was in a car and we could see that he was outdoors, and so he said, I've been released. We were all excited because, of course, I want the boys to have a relationship with their father, and it would be great to have that support from Apollo. But, of course, you know, 9 days later, he was rearrested. I was disappointed, but at the same time, I don't know if I was that shocked because he is a risk taker, and I just hate it because now it's just above all of us. Only Jesus can fix it. I can't make him be what he doesn't want to be. He has to want to change. Being a parent does not come with the manual, so I don't think that there's any perfect parents. But obviously, when you have a parent that is absent, like my ex-husband, it makes it very difficult because I am the sole provider. You know, a woman cannot really teach a young man how to be a man, and so that's been the source of frustration for me. Yes, we have thrown Phaedra words back in her face. We've talked about karma. We've brought up the things she said to Kenya and all of this. And I understand that when the read comes and people bring up what she said, you know, to that woman about the type of husband or the type of man that was going to be in her kid's life, everything Phaedra just said in this interview is exactly what she described. Basically, that was going to be Kenya's experience and not her experience. So with all of that, and this is serious, and this is a little bit, it's heartbreaking. You know, I got a little emotional when reading it, especially for the kids. If what Phaedra is saying is true, you know, I've said it over and over again, all the videos I did on Apollo, like, you have to do right by your children. Even if you are tempted to do whatever, as a parent, man, it just have to click. Like, I got young boys, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I understand that Apollo probably went back out there because he felt like, as a dad and I'm the man of the house, he couldn't provide. So he went out there thinking, I'm going to do A, B, and C to provide for my kids. But no, you don't do illegal things. I understand the system. And it's once you've been in the system, is, you know, no one is willing to give you a job, especially based on, you know, what he did. But you were on a show, a successful show, and as irritating Phaedra might have been to Apollo, Phaedra is about her check, and she was going to stay on that show faking it with Apollo as long as they were collecting their checks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know why he messed all that up. Now I get it. I understand. Andy have said this over and over again. The men don't get paid. Only the women get paid, okay? The men probably get something at the reunion, whatever, but they don't get paid. But the men also have agreements with their wives or their, significant others, whatever the case might be. Hey, I'm going to come over here and help you with your storyline, but make sure, I ain't working for free. Now you're going to cut me something. So they have their own personal agreements. Now, was Phaedra, coming back with the check and saying, Apollo, I don't owe you nothing. Thanks for your storyline, but I'm not giving you a cut. We don't know, but that's a possibility, and why Apollo might have been like, wait a minute, I'm over here filming with you, but I'm not getting a cut. How am I supposed to, survive? I'm supposed to be over here begging you for money. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what happened behind closed doors to lead him to go back down that road. But overall, I'm wishing Phaedra, and no matter the differences and who I support, whatever the case might be, it's still sad to see the kids go through that, and to see Phaedra, who, tough on this whole having a husband and a father figure and just coming for someone else who didn't have that, to see that this is what she's going through. Her kids not having their dad there physically. Now, if all of this is true, because Apollo don't bite his tongue, okay? He will clap back. He doesn't care. So if what Phaedra said is not true, Apollo will clap back and be like, Phaedra is lying. If everything is true, then I'm glad that Apollo been keeping in touch via. It's an all-around sad situation, but hopefully he gets it together. If not for anybody else, for the sake of his kids. So I'm going to go ahead and read the comments of people's response after, reading this article. Girl, quit lying. She definitely basically knew allegedly what Apollo was doing. Keep the lie going, Faye. You knew about Candy allegedly trying to rape Portia, which is a crime, but didn't know about your own husband, illegal activities under your own roof. Exactly, right? Of course, that person is not being serious about that, but just saying, you're going to make up a lie like that to destroy someone, but you want us to believe that you didn't know. And, of course, Apollo wasn't going to drag Phaedra into anything, because then that means, that kids are going to end up with grandparents or in foster care, whatever the case might be. So it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the fall. I'm just going to put allegedly out there because they're quick to sue people. I'm going to go ahead and take the fall, and so my kids can still have, someone to watch them. She properly alerted the police. Hello, Popo. They having a welcome home celebration with alcohol. Lots of But you ain't heard that from me. People have me laughing with these comments. That's right, girl. Keep up with that narrative that you weren't involved. But you had all the ideas, though. Like Todd said, she knows nothing about what Apollo was doing, laughing, sarcasm. Had no idea. Sure, Phaedra. Right, we know better. The lies. I might not be here for Phaedra, but I'm not going to take that away from her. That from what we see, she's an amazing mom. She's doing a good job with her boys, and at the end of the day, Apollo is a grown bleep man, okay? I don't care if your wife, is pressuring you to do things and pushing you down the wrong path. As a man who wants to be there for your children, if you realize she's not a good influence in your life and she's stressing you or pushing you down the wrong path, then as a grown person, you make that decision for yourself that no, I want to do right by my kids, and then leave the relationship. So Apollo can't keep making mistakes, but yet people want to put all the blame on Phaedra. Even if Phaedra was a mastermind allegedly behind whatever, she was smart enough to make sure she didn't get caught up where she ended up in jail. Apollo yet is still getting caught up. So I'm just saying to the fans who keep saying it's Phaedra, it's Phaedra, you also have to call Apollo out on his BS because he's an adult. He is not a child. So yes, it's hard to have a record and get a job that's going to pay you well. So then, according to Phaedra in the article, she said they had a beautiful house, which I'm sure she still have a beautiful house. But speaking in past tense, when they were married, they had a beautiful house. He had, he had a wife, a family. According to her, they were on TV. He had a great life and she was taking care of everything. They were financially stable and able, and he had no reason to choose the life that he chose that landed him back in jail. So he had no one else to blame but himself because he had it all. He was given a second chance after being locked up and he blew it. He wanted to go out there. This is from Phaedra's mouth, okay? Apollo was going out there allegedly wanting to front and show a certain lifestyle. He went and started gambling his money. He was in strip clubs and all kinds of stuff, she said. She said, although I can't confirm 100% that he cheated on me while we were married, I found out that he had a completely separate lifestyle than the one he showed when we were married. And I'm like, okay. According to Phaedra, Apollo begged her, said that he was changed. He just wanted to get his life back. He just wanted to marry her. These are the things that she said in her interview. So at the end of the day, say what you want about her. She is doing her thing as far as taking care of the boys, and Apollo is an adult, and under no circumstances should any other person be able to influence him to make terrible decisions that's going to affect not only his life but the lives of his children. So in this instance, whether I'm here for Phaedra or not, Apollo is to blame. Period. You get out of jail, people around you are not good for you, you cut them off and you do the right thing. It's hard, but you work hard to do the right thing and get your life back. It is not impossible. And I really do hope in October, when he gets out, that his fiance and the circle around him and the people around him, that he does the right thing for the sake of his children. He has 2 beautiful boys to live for. That should be enough to make Apollo to want to go above and beyond and just stay away from illegal activities. Because trust me, the next time, if there's a next time, they will be throwing the entire book at him and he'll be gone forever. It's sad, man, but overall, I'm wishing the family nothing but the best. And here my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.